Do it. Do it.
Let's do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. My sweetie, do it.
Okay.
Do it. Do
Welcome to NBNR, the authority on unfiltered opinions and authentic player insight for Nebraska athletics. Connect with us on Twitter, Instagram, and at NBNRPodcast.com.
We have the saying, no block, no rock.
You know, we just really love Otter. He's a junkyard dog.
Kenny Bell ran up to me. He's like, you know what you just did?
Get mad when you go get in the portal and go to another podcast?
You know, usually dumbbells are in pairs. They had 5 dumbbells.
Dang on it, Muhammad!
GBR.
Oh, big red indeed. No block, no rock. Season 4, episode 45. Coming at you from the NBNR studios in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yes, this is Omaha, yes.
And just so you guys know, you guys kind of looked at me a little weird. I came in late with the intro because every time I watch our intro, the go part is always muted because I come in too early. So I have to wait an extra second.
Oh.
So
It only took you 45 episodes into season 4 to figure that out.
usually I skip right past the intro, all the horse shit, all our sponsor horse shit.
Oh, you
yeah.
stop.
Speaking
You
of,
stop it.
Speaking of,
hey, Nebraska Brewing Company, thank you for this squeeze the day in a can.
yes.
I appreciate it.
It's
because
only 100 outside.
it's freaking, it's hell.
The heat index was 119 when I walked in the studio.
And Tyler's like, it's Arizona heat. Yeah, you're good with it, right? There's more humidity though, right?
Oh yeah, a lot more humidity. It's
Yeah.
dry heat out there.
It's like a blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was on my bingo card was dry heat.
Yeah,
Bang, mark that one off right
Mark
away.
that one off, Arizona guy. Arizona guy, big Arizona guy.
Mike's a big low hanging fruit kind of guy.
Yeah.
Connor.
Yeah. I am.
go.
Last week I did not drink pills. I was drinking Squeeze a Day.
That's right.
You
Got to
did
give him
switch it
credit.
up,
Yeah. I did mix it up. Squeeze a Day would have been a really good choice for today, but I think there were only like 2 cans left in the fridge.
Yeah,
So-
we need to reload Paul and Kim. So
NBC will get that stock back up.
Yep. Better.
But yes, I'm drinking the Pilsner. Tyler, the running joke is I drink it almost every single episode.
Okay.
It's like the only thing I drink. So
yeah, and his family owns this brewery. It's the largest brewery in the state of Nebraska. And he drinks that beer every day, every single day.
it's a damn good beer.
Then when he walked in today, he said, Mike, I'm down bad. I haven't drank in 3 days.
I didn't say down bad.
I'm down bad.
I did not say that.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. He
College World Series got
College
the best
World
of me for a
Series
few
got the
days.
best of him. And he wasn't drinking. So he hadn't had Pilsner in 3 days. So,
Withdrawals.
yes.
Yeah.
Starting to get the itch. or
I was
what?
shaking to have one.
Yeah.
Doing one of these. Yeah. Mike.
I am drinking the EOS Hefeweizen. I did start my day with a squeeze the day because it is 100 freaking degrees out. And it's like your local summer shandy here at Nebraska Brewing Company. It's fantastic. But the EOS is my favorite beer at Nebraska Brewing Company. So it's good. You can't beat it. Don't even try to argue with me. KB, what you got?
I'm drinking Squeeze the Day because I've been without AC for the last 2 days.
Hell yeah.
My thermostat yesterday read like 92 or 93.
It's good.
Yeah,
So
you want to
it'll
talk
really
about
test
down
you.
bad.
I was going to say he
Yeah.
is down bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, really bad. So I got Squeeze the Day as a refresher.
Makes you feel a little bit better, right?
Yeah,
We're
it does make me feel better.
Slightly.
Yeah, it's better, but I still know that I have to go home and it's going to be 85 degrees in my house.
You
so
can sleep in the studio.
yeah, I can.
Yes. Sleep
But
on the floor.
yeah,
Bring your cat.
We'll see.
Like, that does suck. Don't get me wrong. But, dude, I just think living in the fucking 1800s and shit, how did you people do that?
Well, they weren't soft. We're fucking soft now.
And you had the
Everyone's
Dust
soft
Bowl.
now.
Yeah, I know. We're all soft. And we're all entitled. And we've had roofs over our heads. So we've been coddled. But it would still suck. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's
Are
pretty
you
bad.
kidding me?
It's pretty bad.
Anyway, we have. Oh yeah.
Yeah, real quick, Tyler, can I just have you pull your microphone closer?
Got you.
Nice and close. Kiss the microphone. Get nice and
Yeah,
close.
get it on. Get it in there.
I want
Yeah,
you
we
to taste what
sanitize
Jimmy
the
Allen
kitchen.
had.
I want to
last
see. We have with us a very special guest, Tyler Stone. He is currently on the Nebraska baseball roster as a first baseman. He made the All Big Ten second team. And when he came in, we had asked him, hey, would you like a brewski? And he felt like a proud papa. He said, nah, I'm good. Because he's got his water, his big old water.
Yes, sir.
He ain't on this, man. He's staying in shape.
Locked
He's
in.
taking care of him. He's locked in.
Hey, we'll see how long this episode goes. You might have to.
You hear 45 minutes of us. you
Yeah,
might
he's
be
like,
one.
oh my God, please.
He's like, I will sacrifice my future playing career just to get through this shit.
World class, please.
Hey, that's a world class.
in every glass.
All
Hell
right.
yeah.
Hey, just a few like housekeeping kind of things because we do have a baseball player with us, but there's been some football related things happening. First of all, I just want to acknowledge, and I think all of us too, the passing of Mike Riley's wife, which was
RIP.
just
That was
one of
sad.
those things like, damn, really?
Dude.
That's sad.
She was an angel. From everything I read about her, heard about her, an absolute angel.
Like her husband, like angel.
A nice guy, nice girl. Yeah. It's very unfortunate though.
Yeah, R.I.P.
And like the Riley family, that was always a thing where like Mike Riley staying in a apartment downtown. He never really got settled in his roots here. And like you'd always hear kind of about his family and all that. But everything that you've ever heard about Dee Riley was just always, positive and how she treated everybody, very, very well. So just to hear that was just like, oh man, really? That's a damper.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
anybody else want to add anything to that?
No, that was
No.
it. No,
That's it?
That's about it for that.
So condolences.
Yeah.
Next, a popular topic that we've been talking about is should Matt Rhule bring in another quarterback?
Tyler, could you throw a football?
When I used to play when I was younger, I played quarterback, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you look like Mahomes out there?
No, not like Riola.
Not really?
Nope.
You're only throwing them 65 yards.
Yeah, no, not that far.
So they get Jalen Gramstad, NAIA MVP, an older guy. And I just want to just throw it to you guys. They bring in this quarterback. You're like, what does it mean for the quarterback room? Like, what are you thinking?
I got that easily.
Go on.
You remember how last week and the week prior we were talking about Heinrich Harburg? I don't think he'll be able to play other positions or do anything outside of being the second string quarterback. I think that opens that door a little bit because now you have a guy who's actually played college football. Now, obviously, NAIA is a little bit different than Power 5 Division I football.
I think you're underselling that.
A little different, but I would say I think the room got a little bit better adding a guy with a little bit of college football experience versus a true freshman in Danny Kalin. So I think it helps. It lets you be a little bit more flexible with Heinrich. I think they're still going to be careful with him, but I think it does give them the opportunity to maybe use Heinrich in more of a wildcat type role and let him run the football, short yardage, maybe play a couple drives. I'm not sure. I think they're going to keep Dylan behind center, but we'll see.
Mike, I almost fully agree with you, and this is maybe a first.
He said almost.
Almost a first.
Which part do you not agree with? If you're
No.
You almost
No,
fully
I have
are.
agreed with you before. It's just very rare. I think, and I want to ask before I get into my whole spiel here, am I too early to say that Gramstad might just come in as QB2? I mean, he can clearly sling the ball. What do you have, like 3,600 yards last season?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was like almost 36.
A lot.
It might, yeah.
I mean, I
was
don't
an
know how
absurd amount of yards.
I don't know how related I guess it is, but like we have Tyler Stone with us who played junior college baseball. Can you talk about like the difference between junior college baseball and pitching and Big Ten D1 like pitching? Is there a big jump in the two leagues?
Yeah, there's a big jump. It's more, sometimes you'll see the same velo. Like there's guys in JUCO that are D1 prospects throwing 95 to 100.
Yeah.
But it's more about the location spin. And when you get to the D1, because they've been working the whole fall, all off season to really craft their spin and location compared to JUCO, they're kind of just trying to throw it as hard as they can, trying to get looks. So that's where the big difference is. You'll see the same velo most of the time, then sometimes you'll see some guys that are honestly the hardest to hit. The guys throwing 82, 81.
Yeah,
but,
you're not used to that, right?
But they do have a lot of similarities. It's just when you get to the D1 level, it's more they can throw 3 pitches wherever they want, and they have good spin with it too. So it's moving more when it gets to the plate.
So yeah, I would imagine it's maybe not totally the same. Obviously, we're talking 2 different sports and NAIA and then junior college, but like, I would imagine that it's somewhere in the same realm of like you're taking the next step up. People, they've worked on their craft a little bit more. So I'm sure that him being quarterback 2 is
it's a little far fetched. Maybe I don't think it's out of the realm of
because
Danny gets out of the realm of
Danny early enrolled. He's been here. They're all in on him too. So like.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that.
If you think it could be more about just like leadership, like just being on the field with the younger guys.
Yeah, I mean, like the dude has really won a lot at the NAIA level. So like, you just get somebody with a mindset that only knows how to win. I mean, it can't hurt.
He won essentially the Heisman at the NAIA level.
Yeah.
So like, this guy is the best NAIA player in the country, and he was walking on at Nebraska. I'm sure NIL will take care of him, but he is walking on his own dime to play quarterback at Nebraska. Well, to essentially be a backup at Nebraska.
So quick fact check on myself. It was not 3,600 yards. It was 3,400 this last season. Still an absurd amount of yards. But I do have to, unfortunately, walk back a take that I have been adamant on for weeks.
Oh, yeah?
I had that in my notes. I was going to throw it to you and be like, you and your little Kalen.
Yeah, you knew this was coming. I don't see Danny Kalen getting his 4 games now, unless we just have a lot of games that we're either walking away, which is my preferred option, or we're getting walked away.
You see this guy's, hey, just hold on a second.
I don't see it.
Pie on his face.
There's just one little change to the roster. Just one little change. And he goes and changes his whole philosophy.
Just a little change. Hey, some girl just hawk toot on your face.
Wishy-washy fuck. You wishy-washy boy.
Wishy-washy.
No principles. He lacks principles.
MVP here.
I thought that was a hill you were going to die on.
No.
And you whimpered out with your tail between your legs just because of one small change.
That's not small.
You got a hawk toot on your face.
I am being.
Yeah. I don't.
Okay. We got to put a cap. We got to put a cap on the Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
How many?
Anyway.
How many am
I don't know. 2 or 3.
That's the new back door. It's the new back door.
Social media now. It's crazy.
She's taking everything by storm.
Yeah, but no,
Connor, I was obviously doing that in jest because it is a pretty significant thing. But go on.
Yeah, so I think it's fair. Like looking at the quarterback room prior to this, I thought getting Kalen in 4 games was reasonable. Now, I mean, Heinrich Harburg is still going to play QB at some point this season. Let's not act like he's not going to. He's probably not going to start games, but he's going to play. And I think it's just going to leave less snaps out there for Kalen. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to get his 4 games now.
We love that. We love to hear that.
But, yeah, just to your question, I think if the depth chart was released, it would still be baby Mahomes 1 and then Harburg 2. I still think it would be that. But, yeah, it's just when we had this discussion about the quarterbacks, right?
Who do you have as 3?
What's that?
Who do you have as 3?
Who do you think?
I think it would be Graham Stat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
Yeah. And I should have made that clear.
See, I kind of still think that Danny Kalen's 3.
And look, your point about
he hasn't done anything. He hasn't practiced. He doesn't know the playbook. I don't know. I just
which would kind of back up Tyler's point about, is this just kind of a leadership depth
coaching thing? Like wants to get into coaching later.
That's kind of the thing is you hear about he wants to get into coaching and all that. But when we kept talking about, are they going to add a quarterback? Just who would want to take on this kind of role unless you were like, all right, I have 0 ego. I have 0 expectation of playing, really. There's not that many quarterbacks out there. Unless you're a NAIA quarterback who grew up a Nebraska fan, like you take a picture in the middle of Memorial Stadium as a little kid, like this tall, in your Nebraska garb. Like, it's going to be him.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
Tyler, so Will Bolt brings in a guy that plays first base, just out of the blue.
Are you
big
hey,
Nebraska fan growing up, transfers in. How do you feel? Like, is it like gloves on, or is it like, all right, time to go to work? Like, what? how would you feel if you were in this situation in baseball and somebody they bring in somebody that is essentially there to play the same position as you? He has good numbers coming out of whatever league he was in. How do you feel about that? Is it like, okay, I'm going to learn how to play outfield? Is it?
Okay, no, I mean, for me, at least, especially coming here, everywhere I've gone to, it's always a dogfight. I love my teammates. I love every single one of them. But when it gets to who's going to be the starting guy, it's a dogfight for all aspects of the game. So it just gets work, and you're not going to outbeat me. That's kind of what I think.
Junkyard dog.
Yeah.
Dude, when it gets between the lines, they no friends.
Yeah, especially when we have those inter squads in the fall. Yeah, there's very unfriendly games. So
they're not personal. It's just
it's nothing personal.
You know,
and I know we're gonna get to baseball a lot here soon, but like you could probably make the case that those type of games probably make a difference later in the season when you've been talking shit to that guy, or you've made a bond that you can't break because he's been your enemy, he's been your friend, he's been your brother. Like it's all like you've been through it all.
Exactly. Like one guy, Case Sanderson, had a crazy year as a freshman.
Yeah,
he definitely got a lot of banner in the beginning and all that, and got pushed during inter squads and all that, and came out with an insane season. So that kind of stuff, that competitiveness, really translate when we get to season, because it just makes you not want to lose even more.
Yeah.
How hard do those inner squads drive you when you're competing against like the guys that you've known?
Oh, it's like once you get in the box and you're hitting against someone that you like great friends with off the field, it's almost like you're like biting at the mouth, wanting to either take them deep.
Middle's open, or
like crazy.
It's extra juice, man.
Exactly. It's just something that fuels you when you get in there. You just want to barrel up something 100 plus. Just
well, so you can talk shit.
Oh, yeah, you get in the locker room after, and you can tell them what you did after. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of competition, kicker bringing in.
They brought in another kicker.
They brought in another kicker. Huh?
The junior college ranks.
Yeah. John.
I think Iowa Western
John Hole. Yeah,
Iowa Western.
Iowa Western.
Some IW love coming to Nebraska.
Freaking A, man.
To bring in some help, maybe second team All Big Ten kicker. Who knows?
Yeah. What's in that water in CB, man?
Dude,
Jeez, that dirty water.
It's not good.
It's not good at all.
It's not good.
I of course, it's been another talking point about us is the concern with special teams and how it kind of felt. I don't want to be mean, but I had said like a few weeks ago, it's like, nah, listen, 30, Alvano, 30 is your guy, and you're going to have to ride with him come hell or high water, and they bring in another kicker, and it was kind of a surprise. Well, I'm like, damn, maybe he's just not practicing very well.
I mean, is it a surprise?
I think you are in the situation where you are going to win games, and you are not in the business of losing games anymore. And if your kicker is a detriment to the team, you're going to give him an opportunity. But if he's a detriment to the team, you have someone to replace him. I heard today on the radio show that they brought up Camden Cook, Sam Cook's son. He's a legacy player. They said if Buschini struggles, Camden Cook will be starting at punter this year as a true freshman. Like, to me, I'm like, maybe they do know what they're doing at special teams. If you got guys that are veteran guys, and like, I know Alvano's not a veteran, but he did start last year. If you have guys that are getting surpassed by new additions, then maybe they do give a shit.
Hey, best man plays.
Yeah.
Best man plays. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been here.
Well, and it's just, I think special teams is just kind of a little different than the other positions. Kickers are people too, all that, stuff. But it's just one of those positions where if you're making kicks, you're going to play. If you are pinning your opponent deep, you're going to play. Like, there's no extra stuff. It's just, there's not a lot of fluff there. Either you're doing it or you're not doing it. And if you're not doing it, I hope I have somebody to replace you, because if I don't, then I'm kind of fucked. And I'm not going to win my 10 games this year that people are predicting.
Well, I don't think
crazily.
If Camden Cook is kicking the ball 60 yards, if he's punting the ball 60 yards, I'm sorry, Buschini's never going to punt a football at Nebraska again. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's somebody's dad you're talking about.
I don't care. Like, we're in the business of winning football games, guys. Like, that's what it comes down to.
It's fair.
Well, and that's like, again, why I think it's not all that big of a surprise that we bring in another kicker. What's the title of the series? Chasing 3?
Chasing 3.
We're not getting 3 right now. We're not getting it.
Sometimes we get it.
Yeah,
just
sometimes it's not good enough.
Consistently.
How many times did we get through? You said you went to a handful of football games last year. Do you think that the special teams is in a good position? And I know, I mean, and this is coming from a player perspective. Like, get in the mind of as a player, as someone who is perfecting their craft, and they didn't have the best freshman season coming into year 2. Like, what are your thoughts around special teams?
I kind of left after the first half every time. So
where did you go? What were you doing?
To the bars.
Just kind of left.
He went to practice. He went to the batting cage.
I went to go hit, actually.
Oh, yeah. There you go. I figured.
Yeah.
Good boy.
But from what I saw, I mean, there was nothing crazy. What I saw the most was we just couldn't score. It just felt like we would be down, and then we had to, score to bring us back in, and just could never, or if we were up, we could never just nail the coffin, never put them out.
It felt like offense was just pulling teeth.
Yeah.
The whole year.
And that's why he said, choo choo Dylan Rhule, all right?
Choo choo Dylan. Did he say
he's on the train, baby?
Choo choo Dylan Rhule.
100%.
Listen, they also want to bring this will be probably the last football thing. They might bring in a new cornerback as well. Another position that we have talked about.
LeBron James' son is coming to Nebraska.
LeBron James' son?
Yeah, Bronny James.
Why are you saying that?
So that corner from USC, he was an actor in LA, and he played Bronny James in Space Jam 2.
I did not know that.
Fun fact.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I did not know
yes. So
actually,
that is why he was in the transfer portal to begin with. He started at USC his freshman year. He got benched his sophomore year, and then he went and focused on his acting career, and now he's in the portal and he wants to play football.
Oh, okay.
So
Sierra Wright.
Yep. Look him up. Bronny James. That's his name. Yeah.
So hey, just another position that we've talked about that it's like, well, I don't really know what it's going to be. And he's coming from USC where, Mike, you kind of jabbed at him last week saying that they couldn't even cover a cough last year.
They couldn't, but he wasn't there. He left. He was acting. So
he was acting.
Yeah.
How do we feel about that?
I don't know.
It doesn't make me feel good.
Ambitions, man.
He's got. I mean, he's got talent,
bruh. Put the script down. Read the playbook.
I'll tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
How about this? We don't even tell him he's playing football. It's his new role, and we just need you to act as a competent corner. That's your new role.
Like, you're our stunt guy. So just
intercept footballs.
Yeah.
Put your head in there and just freaking really use that helmet. Okay. Baseball. We have Tennessee and Texas A&M on the telly right now. Our podcast, and I think I'm speaking for everybody here. And Tyler, you let me know. I know you got buddies on both teams, so this isn't really you.
Yeah.
This is a Texas A&M hate pod. Hate episode.
We need to. That's the last thing we need to see is Texas Trev out there doing his dance with the boy cheerleaders and the
Texas A&M. I frequently call them freaks. They have not won anything of significance since 1939. The last thing that I need to see is a fucking Texas Trev out there on the middle of the trophy field, right? Because he put the trophy in the outfield.
Sure.
I don't need to see him out there for one of their championships
in Omaha.
But
I need them to stay poverty. I need them to use this. Like, okay, 93 Nebraska, they lose to Florida State in the Orange Bowl. They use that as fuel for the next couple years to win some natties. I hope this has the opposite effect where they lose this game and it's just fucking an avalanche of shit. So fuck Texas A&M. Go on. Sorry.
If you're Trev, like, can you even reasonably halfway take credit for this?
Sure you can.
No. He's not a part of any of this.
Hey, dude, he's a snake. What do you think?
I don't think you can take credit for that.
I'm saying he probably will.
But
he'll be down there.
Yeah, he should.
He will.
Speaking of Texas Trev, I mean, this might be out of pocket here, but like
from a non-fan perspective,
maybe hold it.
Yeah,
if it's out of pocket, maybe hold it.
I'm just like, what is your relationship?
Put it
with
in your pocket.
Director? What as a baseball player, or like, what is your relationship with an athletic director? Did you even have one really?
Yeah,
or?
a little bit. He was out at the regional this year, and then at the Big Ten tournament, and he comes in the dugout and all that kind of stuff after games. Even before we left for the Big Ten tournament, he came and talked to us as a team.
So Troy
practice.
Dannon, yeah,
Yeah, he was awesome.
We love that.
Trev kind of did the same thing a little bit. Kind of shocked everyone on the team when he left, but
yeah, and everybody else in the entire state. Yeah, it's weird.
I know.
Yeah,
I thought I was getting punked.
Yeah,
when I saw the announcement.
Seriously, the amount of people that sent me that article, and I'm like,
it was
bullshit.
Crazy. It was popping up everywhere too.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I'm glad that Troy Dannon is showing his presence in the athletic department. So.
Yeah. So when you guys were hoisting the Big Ten tournament champ trophy, Troy was out there with you, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Jared, we know he was out there. He was standing right next to us before he walked on the field.
It was a rhetorical. I wanted him to answer.
It was kind of so hectic. I couldn't even.
That's fair. That's
You're like, we fucking.
It's all a blur.
Crazy.
So, I guess as we're talking about the Big Ten tournament, what was the experience like after going from game one? That Ohio State team played really, really well.
Yeah.
The rest of that tournament, what was the mindset for you and for that whole team? Was it kind of like a us against the world type mentality?
It was kind of like we got nothing to lose, really. Might as well just. It was kind of Childress called it after the first game against Ohio State the heartbreak tour. So we're just gonna go out, knock all these teams out, and that's kind of what we were thinking. And we just didn't really give a fuck, honestly, and just went the whole way.
Yes.
And kind of did something magical. Honestly,
That's how you guys
crazy.
played. Was we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, literally. No one really cared. And
Heartbreak
if one
tour.
guy was struggling, you knew that the guy behind you had your back, and that's all that mattered.
So specifically, the second time you play Ohio State,
what
was the mentality going into that game? Like
we just wanted to put them in the ground.
Really. Love that.
Completely put them in the ground. It was so nice when beating them. The feeling was great. Yeah.
I know this is recency bias because we just went through this last month, but not since 2005 when Nebraska won the College World Series. I don't think as Husker baseball fans that we felt as much joy as we did throughout that whole week, excluding game one.
Yep.
It was, I described it as cathartic. We have frequently talked about the struggles of men's sports here at Nebraska. And it's like, it just felt like that week was just like you said, it was a heartbreak tour. It was a fuck you to everybody else. This is our coming out party.
Yep.
Nebraska is here, damn it.
Yep.
That's what it felt like.
I don't know. You guys know this. I skipped my own birthday party to be at that championship game. That's not a joke. I showed up late to my own party.
That's crazy. I love it.
Yes.
The play in front of that many people was
that fun?
Oh,
like,
it was unreal.
and did it feel like a home game? Because we sure tried to make it feel like a home game.
No, it was like I couldn't even imagine what Penn State was feeling at that moment.
They were a little shaken.
Yeah, 100%.
We're not used to this in Happy Valley.
It was crazy though. It was awesome.
Well, honestly, like it was like a mini College World Series environment. Yeah. I mean, just as many.
I wish they opened
not
up
just as many, but
that would have been.
I know.
Yeah, and with the reschedule, the amount of fans that showed up for the championship game, even though they've moved up the game and all that stuff, and God, I think they probably could have filled the outfield if they would have given fans enough time.
Yeah.
And to actually play the normal time, because how was that as a player? Like, so they were just like, oh, hey, by the way, we're playing 2 hours earlier or 3 hours earlier, whatever it was, or
it was a little off, but it wasn't that bad. I think we got the heads up the night before, so like pretty early in the night too, so we were able to adjust to it. So
yeah, I bought my tickets like the night before at like midnight after having a couple. I'm like, yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess if you look in the dugout, you just see a shit ton of Uncrustables.
Oh yeah, we love Uncrustables.
What else was in that dugout? What's your go-to?
What's your fuel?
I would say the little Stinger waffle and then a little like Gatorade protein shake, and then if it's like after game or after practice, it's Uncrustables all the way.
Uncrustables.
They're just money.
Sugar-free Uncrustables or just plain Uncrustables?
Now it's sugar-free.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's sugar-free.
It was. I don't remember what game we were at, Jared. That might have been the second Ohio State game.
It might. I think. Maybe. Yeah.
Where Jared and I are standing down on the third baseline, just watching the game, and we ran into a woman named Riley Loy.
Oh, that's her nutritionist.
Yeah. She is awesome.
She's awesome.
Yeah. She was very insightful as to when she was going through. She said there's a lot of Cheez-Its down there as well. Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
She was running us through like everything that was down there.
Yeah.
And I looked, I was like, that doesn't sound very, she's like, nutritious? No, it's not.
It's mostly for the pitchers that know they're not getting in that game, so they just snack the whole game.
Oh, that's exactly what she said. It was for the bored eaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll be coming in like the 7th or 8th inning, like looking to grab something to like pick me up. It's all gone. It's all gone by 7th grade.
Riley!
You were telling me like, stop! I'm hungry.
It's crazy how fast they eat that stuff. Yeah.
I'm the one who's playing. So you have 1 year left to play.
Yep.
And you are planning on staying, yes?
100%, yes.
Are you like revealing anything here?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm all in.
No,
We're
Coach
saying you
News
broke
Fly.
the news here.
Coach Bolt knows. Coach Bolt knows you're here right now, right?
Yeah.
He's watching. You're not going to say anything too silly.
No.
So just going into this offseason, like, what are your plans for this offseason? How are you? What's your personal goal? What do you want to get better at?
So me and Coach talked, and I thought it was best to stay here in Lincoln and rather than go play summer ball. Just work on my body and my power, and just kind of just be in the best state possible for my last year, so I can have big power numbers and also be able to move quicker on the field. So I just thought, so we came up with a plan in our strength coach, and that's kind of what I'm doing every day to get completely ready mentally and physically for next season. So
there's a part of me that does want to ask you, and look, I've watched every Husker baseball game, and I've watched you, and I'm like, I know what your thing is.
Yeah,
you're the power guy.
Uh-huh.
And you walk in the door, you're a power guy.
Yeah.
You're a big dude.
Yep.
And so I just, you remind me of Mark McGuire a little bit.
Yeah.
Non-steroid Mark McGuire.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Just uncrustable Mark McGuire.
Exactly.
Yeah, your OBP was almost 400.
Yep.
So that was nice to see.
Yeah.
OPS was almost 900.
Do you track your stats during the season?
Actually,
do you know what's going on? Or are you just
no,
you're just so focused?
Yeah, I don't even look. I didn't look at it once all year.
Really?
Yeah. No, I just
not even when it's up on that scoreboard. You're like,
I actually kind of got into a thing by the end of the season where every time I looked up, I felt like I got out. So I would always do my best to look down and not look at the stats whatsoever when I'm getting the box, and then just look right at the pitcher. So
become a distraction a little bit.
What about walk-up song? Do you so I noticed everybody has their own walk-up song.
Yeah.
Do you even hear your walk-up song when you go up, or are you just too focused anyways?
I think that kind of locks me in more. The only thing that I don't like about Haymarket is that when it gets kind of rap songs, they kind of play it a little.
Yeah. Oh, that's
you gotta be careful
too.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And
if you would have chosen a country song, you'd be blasted.
Oh yeah. See, the country guys, it's so loud. But for the guys that don't like country as much, it's kind of quieter. There's all the guys on the team talk about it. Like, if you're gonna pick a song, make sure you at least hear it when you're walking up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's either got to be freaking damn it, what's his name? His name's not Hootie
and the Bluff.
What?
Darius Rucker.
It's either Darius Rucker or freaking, you got to play some like Sticks, some shitty 70s band.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's loud.
Oh yeah,
really
and
loud.
it's funny.
Whenever
Okay,
the pitcher's coming, it's blaring. Blaring.
Okay, Mike, your question about the walk-up song, it's really funny because before today's episode, I went back to the Huskers app. I decided to try to listen to a baseball game with you coming up because I wanted to hear what walk-up song you had.
Yeah.
I can't hear shit.
Yeah, you can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
So what is your walk-up song?
Word on the Streets by Key Glock. I'm gonna change it.
Oh, let's go.
I'm gonna change
By
it for
Key
next
Beep.
year. Yeah. It's gonna be different next year though.
Getting bag after bag after bag.
Yep.
So did you find a country song that you want to hear louder?
It's gonna be Drake actually.
They might play Drake loud. They might.
Yeah, there's a couple that
It's
they
pretty
play loud.
basic. They probably will.
I guess that was another question I had is how often, or like, do you change walk-up songs mid-season, or is it like when you lock in beginning of the season, this is me?
Some guys do. I had a good start to the season, so I didn't want to kind of. I'm a really superstitious guy.
You're a baseball player. We get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I never have during a season, but if I am going through something, like I know Caden Brumball, he switched his like 4 times this year.
He's like, no, fuck that song.
Yeah.
He had so many
That's what
slumps.
it was like. And then Tyner Horn switched his like 3 times. Like there's guys that will go through and they'll text the guy and switch it, but I pretty much stick to mine. So
how much thought goes into picking that song? Is it just like
more than you think? Honestly,
I believe that.
Yeah, you kind of like before last season, I was sitting there with my roommate and we were playing on the speakers, seeing what would sound the best, all that kind of stuff, going through like 20, 30 songs. Yeah.
Are you doing like the walking in from the kitchen, like you're walking up to the plate, or
my roommate would do that, but no, I just yeah.
So you're choosing to play Drake next year, despite what happened to Drake throughout the past month.
What happened to Drake?
What's up with that?
I mean, I still like his music.
See, this is why I can't talk with Mike.
No, but I remember that
he's not locked in.
Not his dick pic thing. That was different.
That was a while ago. He's got more now.
Did he get caught again?
Some weird stuff.
I think Jared's referencing like the Kendrick pics.
Yeah.
No.
The things that were revealed.
Yep.
Oh no.
And you're gonna play Drake. That might be extra quiet, actually.
It might be
if they find out what he does.
We'll see. That's the one I'm going for right now, but I might change it by the time we get there. We'll see.
I mean, you got
That's
some
fair.
time.
Oh yeah, a lot of time.
Yeah, it'll be 10 different songs between now and then, right?
Exactly.
So you talked about you're a superstitious guy. Like, what is your routine? Like, it's game day. What do you do when you wake up from the time you get to the ballpark and when you leave? Like, is it always the same?
Yeah, pretty much. I'll wake up, shower, whatever, then head to the field around like 5 hours before the game. We have to be there like 4 hours. Get like 5 hours, get the team meal, whatever's going on, then go take some swings in the cage. Then we have our hitters workups that we all do, and then our hitters meeting, and then go out for BP, get in for a little bit, chill out, and then put on the jersey, in and out, and game time.
Okay.
And then win the damn game.
Exactly. It's kind of the same every time. We always got music playing in the locker room, so never really. I used to be like kind of just put my headphones on and listen, but we got some good aux in there, so I get down to that. So
okay.
Yeah.
Is there any like specific superstition that you have for game day, or maybe even the day prior?
Let's see. Sometimes if I'm playing really good or I'm feeling really good at the plate and I haven't shaved, I'll just keep growing my beard out. So, and if I have a bad game like on a Friday, I'll shave that night right before Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, so kind of goes out. But I had to keep the mustache. Childress made me the whole year, so and I kind of fell in love with it.
Yeah. There you go.
If we have a good year next year, I mean, we're expecting you to look like maybe Johnny Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
Johnny Damon.
Hey, Johnny Damon looked great by the end of that World Series.
Castaway.
Yeah. Oh, you know, if we're on a roll though, it's gonna keep growing. I can grow a full beard, so yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I can't even grow arm hair. So
It'll be part of your celebration.
Yep.
You hit a double and you do one of these beard grabs.
Yep.
Okay, so explain some of the celebrations. You get on base or you have a big hit.
Yeah.
and they're doing
Several times, you know, you got this and you've got all sorts of stuff. So like explain some of those celebrations.
And what's yours?
So, well, at first, I guess I kind of started the first. I really when Sketch streamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he started popping off, I kind of got really good at his impression stuff.
Yeah.
And I sold everyone like I can't even remember what our double celly was. It was like something with our strength coach. It wasn't that good. And I told everyone before the game, if I hit a double this game, I'm doing it. And I got second. I just did this, and it kind of stuck for a while. And then by the time we got to the Big Ten tournament regionals, we kind of did this. I don't even know who came up with it, but the like kind of choke the dugout. But yeah, it's kind of whoever starts it kind of starts naturally, and then everyone else kind of like falls behind with it. So yeah,
Gotcha.
just kind of train going really.
Can
If
you do the sketch voice? You got to hit us with the "What's up, brother."
It's been so long since it used to be. So, what's up, brother?
I love it. I love it.
What are we doing here? Yeah, I used to do that in the locker room a lot, and it was just some great times in there. Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
Is there ever a time when a teammate, let's say maybe you're down and a dude hits a double and he does the celebration? Are you just like, not now? Like, no.
Do you have to know your role?
It's like
Is it
8
more
to 1.
like no, like let's fucking get going. Like,
yeah, I think sometimes it does bring some fire to the dugout for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I can't even think of. There were not many games that we were that far behind. It felt like we were in every game. So when we would do it, kind of felt acceptable to still keep doing it. You know,
It gave you hope if you were down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it kind of fires up the dugout a little bit. Or guys will just do like the chest pump or something like that. Yeah.
Do you prefer to DH or play first base?
Honestly, whatever's best. I'm comfortable with both.
You okay?
Yeah. So whatever's best for the team at that moment, I'm with. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it tough to stay locked in if you're just DHing and you're like, well, I'm gonna be batting like 3 or 4 times tonight and that's it?
No, not it used to be when I was younger, but as time got on, I figured out ways to stay locked in. Definitely stay away from the pitchers down there because they're just talking the whole game. But I found ways to kind of center myself and stay locked in and get ready for each at bat. So I've been pretty good with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
KB, what are we at, buddy?
We are sitting at 39 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Take a quick break.
Yeah, we can take a quick break and we'll be right back with you guys.
Thanks.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Method Man. Thank you, President Biden. Are you guys watching the debate on Thursday?
Oh no.
Are you guys watching the debate on Thursday?
Almost definitely.
Do you want to talk about the debate on Thursday?
Not even a little.
Are you sure?
Chance in
Not even a
hell,
little.
Jared.
Please, that'd be fun.
No.
Hey, the College World
Oh my
Series is
God.
going on.
Anywho. So you had mentioned before the break how Coach Childress wanted you to keep your dirty stash there,
Yes, sir.
and it's still there.
Oh yeah.
It still looks good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's touching the microphone and everything.
Yep.
Just don't get it caught in the little
Yeah.
holes there.
It feels kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah, don't lean in too close. It feels kind of
Okay.
weird.
You know, this is
Thank you,
kind
I
of weird now
appreciate
that I
that.
look at it. We have two like just full mustaches on the pod.
Yeah.
This might be a first.
Really?
I think it actually.
I don't think I've ever seen two just mustache. Just nothing else.
I mean,
mustache.
okay, so honestly, so I work for Hurrdat Sports. I'm a photographer, videographer for them. So
Yeah.
a couple times during the Big Ten tournament, I was down like right on your guys' dugouts, and you guys were all come up and start swinging, getting ready to go up to the box. And there were a couple times where your mustache was a highlight, like in our group chat, where it was like I was zooming all the way in on that
That's
thing, and I
awesome.
was
I
like,
love
"Here
that.
it is." Yeah. So
That's
I just
awesome.
wanted you to know that.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
They don't talk about me in that group chat.
No, your mustache sucks, Connor.
Look at that caterpillar. Well, do we have any before we talk? Do we have
is
any
there
like cool comments or
comments,
anything like
questions, anything like that?
You guys always put me on the spot, and like
It's okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Just keep going. I'll read through them and I'll get back to you.
Okay. If you had to describe all your coaches, and we can go coach by coach if you like, Bolt, Sirianni, Arvell, Childress. If you had to describe them in one word, like Coach Bolt, how would you describe Coach Bolt?
Damn, that's a tough one. I would say,
Or playing for them is what kind of experience for you?
I would say Bolt's like consistent. He has the same message, same kind of approach to every game. Keeps us loose, keeps us wanting to just kind of beat the other team in the ground. He's consistent with everything we do. Siri, I would say, I love Siri. I think it was one of my best kind of learn more about hitting years with that coach. He's my right hand man when it comes to hitting. I would say like. It's kind of tough to put to one word, honestly.
No, and it doesn't. I just
One
that's
phrase.
just something that's just a dumb thing
Siri's
that I
just
do.
like, I guess, like reliable. Like if I need anything help my swing mentally, physically, anything, I can go to him, and he has great insights on everything. Harvell is really like plan oriented. He really likes to have a plan and like kind of work on something and then kind of build off it and keep it going until it gets to where it needs to be. He kind of likes to have everything planned out and organized, which I really like. Childress, I don't get to be around him that much just because, he's a pitching coach.
You don't want to pitch or what?
No, I'm good.
Power pitcher.
But he, especially in the inter squad games, he loves to try and outsmart you as a hitter. And like, as you're playing in the fall, you kind of like pick up on his tendencies and stuff, but it's so hard to outthink that guy. He just, whatever you're thinking and you think is going to be, it's the complete opposite. So
10 steps ahead.
Oh yeah. All the time.
Big brain.
Yeah. Like you can pick up on these other Big Ten coaches, pitching coaches when you're playing throughout a series, but that guy is so hard to crack. It's like he knows you're thinking and he knows exactly what to throw.
That's interesting.
So, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that, of course, he was here for the glory years.
Mm-hmm.
When we were just little guys.
As was Will Bolt.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, when he came back, he obviously was the head coach for Texas A&M.
Yep.
And so he comes back and it's like, damn, they got Rob Childress back. And baseball is such a sport where, like, I don't know if this is like an insult, but a lot of people like to date it to where they'll say like the baseball in 2005 is not the same as it is in 2023, right?
Like sick bats. That's why. Imagine how many bombs you'd hit with a fucking stealth bat from 2005.
It'd be unreal.
Come on now.
That's like, imagine like a condone with a,
What are we doing?
Stupid. Yeah.
They should bring him back, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Everyone would be hitting the 400s with like 25 jacks. It'd be so fun.
Gosh.
But the thing with Childress though is back in 05, like if a pitcher was throwing 95, it was like, damn.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
yeah, if they're not throwing 95.
Right. You're not even on the team, basically.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Unless like you're a guy like Brett Sears who has, he's got that incredible control and
has he ever struck you out in an interleague game?
Actually, I have a double and a homer off.
I was gonna say you hit a bomb off.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's
you're kind of a double specialist, aren't you?
a little bit. Yeah, I wish I had a little bit more this year and homers, but yeah.
So you hit, was it 8 or 9 this year?
I think I had 8 and then 9 or 10 doubles.
You had 12 doubles this year.
12 doubles.
I looked at his stats right before the
Thank you. I
episode.
appreciate that.
Creepy boy.
Yeah, I was looking through him.
So, you see guys like freaking Condon hitting like 37.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus.
They play like in Little League Park, or are they just like that fucking
the SEC, all those fields, the ball just flies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games that we get in this year and you're hitting and you're like, you piece of ball and that wind is just bringing it straight back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whereas at Haymarket, and here's the thing too, you hit like, I think it was a home run in 3 straight home games at Haymarket.
Yeah.
Which is a hard thing to do because if that wind isn't going out,
it dies.
Then it's a dead ball.
Yeah.
It's a duck.
Uh-huh.
And so the fact that you did that was impressive.
Thank you.
If you
there were several times where the man running the tweets was like stones, and it was just all these emoji stone emojis and all this other stuff.
Yeah, every time you hit a home run, I would do it just a rock.
Yeah.
And so if you had 2 on the air, and you liked a few of them, so I was hoping, and look, maybe next year I'm doing like 30 of those, and my thumbs just fuck. That's what I want. Okay, that's my goal.
Right
He's gonna get carpal tunnel for how much he tweets about you.
You know what we need? We need to have him just do like a drop. I'll put the camera on him right now, and I just need him to go like boom or do something, right? Like what would you do after you hit a home run? That way, every time you hit one next year, we can just drop the same tweet over and over and over again. So I'll leave it to you. Camera's on you. Everybody shut up.
I gotta think about this. Okay.
And this is your guy.
Well, and while you think, the team, every time you hit a home run, it was the whole, you run into the crowd.
Yeah, you jump up with that. I could do that. I feel like
you could do that to the camera, like hit the camera.
Here, just going like
this.
Go
hit Kyle's really expensive camera.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hey, Kyle wanted it.
It's for the content.
Yeah.
You think just a good boom would be good or what?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody quiet. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Boom. There it is.
There we go.
That was good.
I'm just glad he was on like boom.
No, yeah.
He got into it. I think he actually felt like he hit home run.
Yeah. It is a good feeling, I'll tell you that.
So my heart skipped a beat there.
Let's turn the page to 2025. What are your goals for 2025? Let's say personally and as a team. Like where do you guys want to go from here? You guys were Big Ten champions.
Yep.
Hasn't been done. We have never won the Big Ten tournament. You guys did that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Oh my God.
Because banners fly forever.
Forever.
Isn't that nice?
That's damn right.
You made it to a regional. What's the goal? Like, is next year supers? Like, where do you want to go? I know you're losing some guys too.
Yeah.
So like, how does all that work? And where do you set your sights?
Well, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. We have a lot of returners in the lineup, which is good. So we've all had a year under, especially us JUCO guys, a year of Big Ten pitching under our belt. So that'd be a good advantage for next year. I know in the coach's eyes and our eyes, our goal, our first goal is win the Big Ten. Second goal is the biggest one that they probably got circled in their office is to host a regional. Yeah. So when you can host a regional, everything changes.
It's a game changer.
Game changer. Yeah. So that's definitely their biggest thing. If we can host a regional, that's where the magic happens. And that's where we can make a long run in the postseason. So that's probably the biggest goal for all of us. Coaches have told us a lot, especially in our exit meetings going into next year. Like that's our main priority. And I agree.
Host a regional.
Yes.
Imagine hosting a regional in Lincoln, Nebraska.
You
know how fucking crazy the fans are.
I've looked back at the Miami and Nebraska with Alex Gordon.
Yeah.
And it was stupid. There were people on the freeway looking over the game, which is awesome.
Holding signs.
Yeah, it's so
I'm
sick.
telling you. And then we'll be doing a live show in the pavilion over there. So it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Even if it's 116, he
don't care. If you guys host a regional, it could be snowing. I'll be there. I don't care.
Tyler Stone's over at first base, just dying because it's 116.
I'm used to it, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Coach BA, he does ask the question, coming from Arizona, what was the biggest transition moving to Nebraska?
I would say getting used to the wind here, honestly.
Yeah.
That wind is
not bad, but the wind though.
Yeah, I mean, I got used to the weather kind of in Washington when I was in Gonzaga, like how cold it gets. But it's night and day here with how it gets like the same temperature, same amount of snow, but then the wind just hits you like crazy. Yeah. And that's definitely something I had to adjust to pretty quick.
How's driving? Driving in the snow. I mean, I guess you had some CB time, so you got a little experience with it.
But I got used to it. There's definitely some times where I'm like, hey, I tell my roommate, "You're driving. I'm not driving." Because he's from Kansas City. He's been doing this his whole life.
Yeah.
So there's sometimes I tell him like, "Hey, you're driving tonight, not me."
Yeah.
It's
a good idea. Good friend.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you grew up in Arizona.
Yeah.
And then you go to Washington.
Yep.
Then you go to Iowa.
Yep.
And then now you're here with
Thank
us.
God. You got him out of that cesspool, Iowa. We're about to bring him back.
I'm coming home.
Yeah, that cesspool 20 miles away.
Yeah.
That's just a very interesting and curious journey that you've taken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I guess, you go to Gonzaga, and I'll be honest, I'm not really that familiar with their baseball program. I know it's okay.
Yeah. They're a mid-major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which in college baseball is fine.
It was kind of crazy to think about. I went to Gonzaga. Alec Jacob threw a no-hitter, and then we won WCC and then went to a regional. And then I come to Nebraska my first year. Jack Sprocket does a no-hitter. We win the Big Ten.
Damn.
It's kind of crazy to be a part of.
You're like a
Do you think you're
lucky
good luck?
rabbit foot.
I might be.
Is
I
it
guess.
you?
I don't know.
Who's throwing the no-hitter next year? Come on, make your call, baby.
I'm going Will Walsh.
Ooh.
Will Walsh. Yeah.
I've been a big Will
Hey, man.
Walsh guy.
That guy is a lefty is so tough to hit.
So
Just crafty.
So so last year he has the complete game and the tourney.
Yep.
He does it again.
That was
And he's
big dick shit, man. I'm just telling
Hippo
you.
nuts right there.
right. And that's the thing. He plays earlier this year, but mostly as a batter, right?
Yeah.
He had like 5 home runs in like 4 games or something. And then he just didn't bat again.
Yeah.
And then he pitches when the team needs him the most. Because if you guys lose, you're out.
Yeah.
And you need him to go deep for your pen. He does it again. And so I'm just take me to the locker room. Like, are you guys just what are you doing? Are you doing the ice bath to him? Like, what are you doing to Will
Just
Walsh?
beating the hell out of him.
I don't even know because I wasn't here for the first one. But one thing I do love about when he's on the mound is no emotion at all. It's like a blank face the whole game, and then right after he gets the last out, just everything comes out. And I love that about him.
And we talked about that because
Especially
the pitcher he was
Penn
pitching
State
against
pitcher. Oh,
Was
yeah.
fucking, I'm Conor McGregor. Fuck
time,
you.
yeah, every time.
Sit the fuck down. You fucking jabroni.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah.
But he's like the quietest, but like if you get to know him, funniest kid. He's just a quiet kid. So like before it starts, like he's just sitting on the bus with his headphones in. No one says a word to him. And then he gets in there and just no emotion the whole time. Like
He goes to work.
Yeah. Even after big outs during the game, not even a smile. Just
So when a
all
pitcher is the opposite of what we just talked about with Will Walsh, does it give you any extra motivation in the box?
Yeah,
Like you're like,
big time.
this guy is a fucking tool.
Yeah.
I need to hit the ball.
100%. Yes. Big time.
I need to take him 410
Yep.
straight away center.
Yeah, no, it definitely plays. There's definitely a lot of mind games that go in when you're in the box and then with the pitcher, that close to you, especially at Charles Schwab. It's I don't know what it is about the field, but the pitcher feels right on top of you. Like it's the only field I've ever felt that in my life. But yeah, there's so many mind games that go into it, and I love it. I love the little fire and little edge. I don't kind of like all the old heads that think bat flips and all that.
You're a big bat flip guy, huh?
I am. Just
Hell
because
yeah.
if I took you 450, you got to own it, man.
You earned
Yeah.
it.
You gotta own
You got to watch it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Sit
Like if you
back and
strike
look
me
at
out
it.
in a big moment and you want to show off the mound, yeah, I'll respect. You did it. But if I take you deep, don't complain if I throw my bat up. So
Yeah. Hey,
Well, with that,
okay, go. Yeah.
I was just say with those pitchers that like to talk their talk.
Yeah.
Do you have any memory that comes to mind of you getting to show them your stuff and then it just feeling really good? Is there any like specific game that you can think of?
I would say when we played Iowa against Brody Brecht, and he was
Yes.
talking a lot, and I hit that double off
Yep.
him. And even after my first at bat, I just missed a pitch that went straight up. And I kind of said some stuff to him when I ran past the mound that I probably shouldn't have said.
Go on.
Oh, no.
Hey,
I
we are
like
uncensored.
I like to talk. I just kind of fires me up in my own way. There's been a couple times first baseman after I get to first have been said like, "Hey, just don't say that stuff." I'm like, "Sorry, bro." It just kind of fires me up in my own kind of way. So
Yeah. Like again, it's not personal. It's just
it's not
I need
personal.
it for my own.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You talk about like talking at first base, and that's kind of like so. Like I'm a big MLB fan or whatever,
Yeah.
and there's like a lot of old heads that are like, "Oh, I don't like when the other team's talking to the opposing team."
They're
and all that
chumming
stuff.
it up.
They're chumming it up
Yeah.
at first base. Like, what is that like? Like, do
I
you
talk
like
a lot.
talking? Yeah, do you like talking to the other team?
Yeah, it's fine. Every time I've talked to guys, it's kind of funny. You'll see like two different sides of players, like when they're in the box or if they're like make a big hit and they go all crazy, right? And then they walk their next bat or whatever, and then you can have a perfectly good conversation with them. It's like you said, it's like nothing personal. It's just
like they're in the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Everyone's out there trying to do their job.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I don't like about I guess I can keep saying old heads is
it is old heads.
Yeah, they get all mad about us getting emotional. Like when you get that big hit or that big strikeout, it's kind of just takes over. You can't really control it. So
I can't help it. When you're at first base talking to that Iowa Hawkeye first baseman.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's small chit chat. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, like baseball is such like it seems like such an individual sport. It is me versus the pitcher, and like if I'm just getting like wrecked all day, and then you get a big one in a big time moment, like it's so tense. You just have to like let it go.
Exactly.
You got to get it out
Exactly.
because everybody's freaking out.
It literally is a game of failure. You can do your job a third of the time, and you're literally a Hall of Famer.
Yep, exactly.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah,
that is wild.
So dang. Go.
I do have a question. So just for like a perspective of the media and things that we talk about a lot in the locker room, what are the midweek losses? Like what do you see as being a possible like solution, or like what is it? What are the conversations like after those midweek losses? Because ultimately it just seems like last year it seemed like that kind of was a problem.
Yeah.
And then this year there were a couple stumbles.
Yep.
Like kind of just go through that a little bit.
I would say the biggest feeling for us, mostly in the locker room, we're all talking about is like, how we let that one get away?
Yeah.
Kind of. It's kind of like we know we're the better team, and we kind of just like gave them too many free walks or free hits or whatever you can call it. And then we kind of just, I guess it kind of gave us fuel to go into the weekends. I mean, we only lost one series every weekend, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, those midweeks, they're tough. It's kind of, it feels like you're still so focused, kind of like how it is in a series, but it just something different about it, I guess. The only time I ever felt like that we were not locked in at all was the first game against Creighton midweek. Yeah, that one was all over the place, really. And that's when I because I'm new here, so I didn't really know all about the Creighton, Nebraska kind of baseball beef going on.
You got a Creighton guy now on your team.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a good pickup too.
Hey, you know what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't. What was it? If you can't beat them, help them. Right?
No.
If
Usually
you can beat them.
If you can beat them, help them. Right? Yeah.
Right.
We'll take
beat
it.
them, join them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Oh,
He'll
no,
probably look better in red
pickup.
anyways. Right?
Yeah.
But go on. Yeah.
Yeah, and from coach's standpoint, he would just kind of he did a really good job of just getting us to forget about it and just get to the weekend. And then we won a lot of Friday night games, which is really good. So I think they did a good job about, pushing us on, forgetting about that, and then just getting ready to dominate the next series.
Speaking of the midweek games and specifically Creighton,
Yeah.
I will always maintain that if you guys just played Creighton in a regular 3-game series, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you would do what they have done to you in midweeks. Because,
I 100% agree with that.
Because Creighton they've won 11 of the past 13 games. And these have all been the occasional Tuesday or Wednesday.
Just one game.
If you guys played a 3-game series, you'd mop them up.
I think we sweep them. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, like you got your aces pitching and everything else. Like the weekend is just it's a different environment.
It is. It really is. Yeah, and I know we all have this. Like it still feels like we still have the same competitive, like wanting to compete when we play the Creighton in the midweeks.
Yeah,
it's just something like
it's just different.
Something goes over the field.
The crowd's a little bit different,
and you can feel the tension of some guys like that have been here a while. You can feel the pressure that kind of bounces off them.
It's because you got class the next day. That's what it is, right?
Well, I was online, so I was
Well, you got a guy like Halixo, who maybe in his mind he's like, "Fuck Nebraska! I wanted to play for these.
Yeah,
I wanted Bolt to recruit me. F him, right? But then once he gets
talked about, yeah,
like
they didn't get recruited by Nebraska, so they go to Creighton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bitter. They play with that extra edge,
and that's their trope. Like they don't make it to the postseason, so that's it. Like that's their
that's the one thing. Like that's their World Series, but we're still holding the trophy. So
it's fine. That's what we had. Jimmy on last week, and he's a big J-sker, certified J-sker. And I told him like, the catcher that's coming here from Creighton, I said he just wants to know what the postseason feels like.
Exactly.
So it's fine. Like you get your little midweek thing, and we'll still hoist banners that hang forever. So
Exactly.
I guess how different is it preparing for those onesie-twosie games against Creighton as opposed to going into a full 3-game series? Like, is it wildly different? Does it do anything to your brain that like you're thinking of it as it's all here or now? I guess how different is that?
I think the only difference I get in my brain, maybe for the other hitters too, is you don't have your same rotation on the mound. So you don't like there's a little bit of comfortability when Sears and Mac are going.
Oh yeah,
100%. And we had some great midweek starts this year, but you just don't have that same kind of routine when you're on the field with those series because you know what to expect. So when you go out there, as a hitter, you just don't know how much you have to put up, or like obviously you're always trying to put up runs, but it's just something a little click in your mind, I guess, that goes on. The routine and all that is pretty much the same. I would just say that the comfortability with having those guys start every game is what kind of gives you that, like, all right, this is what we need to do, and we're going to win this game.
Even the bullpen's a little bit different too, because you got to save those guys for the weekend.
Exactly. So
it's just kind of a weird thing.
I think we got even more pitchers coming in from the freshman class, was good. Maybe we can get them some, good midweek arms to just be midweek demons, really, and just be able to.
I think that should be the theme for next season: midweek demons.
Yeah. The merch is getting drafted up right now on that laptop.
Midweek demons. No, we got to sell them, on this idea of hashtag GBRBI, right? Like that's.
I like that when you guys
GBRBI. Yeah, GBRBI, baby. Like that's.
Hey, like I know that we say that these Creighton Nebraska games, this is Creighton's World Series, right?
It is.
So they're a little more salty, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do this to you, and I don't want to make you. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Okay.
Oh no.
Here it comes.
No. What are you gonna do
when it comes? Next April and May, and Tuesday and Wednesday hits, and you have Creighton on the docket, and you begin to feel kind of not as salty as them. I just want you to picture my face, okay?
Okay.
Oh, he's already angry. I can see it.
Yeah.
Beat Creighton, please.
Gotcha.
Hey, how about this? How about
Sick
this?
of this shit. Sorry.
How about this? How about this? Do Ed a service and beat Creighton. So
do Ed a service.
Do Ed a service and send him into retirement with an L.
Well, I know some of us JUCO guys that transferred this year and experienced that. We already have those games circled. We don't want to.
That's good.
I love that.
Fuck yeah. Absolutely.
Only being here for a year can do that to you for sure.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I feel a lot better after doing that.
Was that cathartic?
I got some demons out of me right there.
Yeah.
God.
Some midweek demons.
Jared yelling at a Nebraska baseball player to beat Creighton. Wow, that's a highlight.
Hey,
look
every time.
It's all good.
Hey, you know what? After all of that we just went through, we're just gonna have to come up with some sort of like no block, no rock celebration. So when you do hit a double against Creighton, you can just hit the TV cameras with the no block, no rock. We all know, hey, he's thinking of us.
We need to get that done.
Yeah.
I agree.
Connor, I thought were you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
No block. No
I just saw Mike doing this.
Honestly,
they do all kinds
honestly,
of,
and I know you wouldn't be able to do it really. I mean, you could, if you really wanted to, but just a little,
Yeah. Oh,
just a Triple H suck it.
I don't think I can say that on here, but there was something that happened after we did a double celly that some people were not too happy about, and we had to have a talk about it. After.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is there a game we can go back and watch to determine? Are you willing to divulge? You don't have to.
I think it's best if I don't.
That's fair. That's okay.
Shit, now you're gonna make me watch every game again.
But there was one double celly where we had to get a little talk to after the game.
Really?
That's
natural.
Some fans were not very happy about it. So
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel like I heard something about this, maybe on Twitter or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm saying
Maybe.
you want a no block, no rock celebration. You just hit him with the block. Just
There you go.
Straightforward.
Okay.
Hit him with a block.
I like it.
There you
I
go.
like
It's
it.
a
All
wink
right.
at the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who it is.
Okay.
There it is.
I can get down with that.
I'm down with it. Don't jump me with a good time.
Yeah.
what we'll do is we'll do a live tailgate show before that particular game that you're going to hit a double in. So we know you're going to do that.
So every game.
So every game we're gonna have to tailgate every game, so that we know when it's going to happen.
Okay.
And then we can just use it as a gift forever.
Oh, no, I'm saying he's hitting a double every game this season.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
figured
figured
that too.
Honestly, I figured it out. You've seen Dumb and Dumber.
Oh
Yeah.
so many times.
Right before Harry gets hit in the face by the karate guy, he does that. That could be our thing.
Yeah.
That's our thing.
There it is. And hopefully you don't get hit in the face by the shortstop.
Yeah.
That's Lloyd.
Oh, Lloyd. Sorry, Lloyd.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Lloyd Christmas. Yeah,
He does that. That is Kyle's baby.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber when you did the suit thing and
Yeah.
what was that high school?
Yeah, Mr. Millard South. My dad and I wore the Dumb and Dumber suits across the state.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that
I love
was
that.
that was something.
when Lloyd Christmas does it.
You hit that Sally on second, you're wearing 90 to the back the next
Oh,
time.
yeah,
you come up.
100%. Yeah.
Have you ever
And I'm watching. I'm going, ooh, shit, my bad.
have you ever been in the box and you're like, this guy is definitely gonna hit me?
Yeah.
And then you got hit.
100%.
Because of something you did, or because they're trying to protect their team from some other bullshit, or you're talking shit, or both.
I've been on both sides. There's been a couple times I've hit a ball, bat flips it, and then the guy next gets hit. I don't think it happened at all this year. And there's been a couple times where I'm coming up for my second at bat, and I just know I'm gonna wear one right in the back. Yeah, and you just take it.
Yeah,
you just gotta.
Hey, free base.
Exactly. Yeah.
So on a 1 to 10 scale, you take a 90 to the back. Well, what are you rating that on the pain scale?
I would say if it's like center back, it's up there. It's like 8 or 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like because it kind of knocks the breath out of you, and then it's kind of hard to walk a little bit. But if it's like up near the scaps, shoulders, you can kind of get over it pretty easy.
Where's the worst place you've been hit with a baseball?
I would honestly say when I'm hitting upper 90s and I foul one right off the shin.
Oh,
really? That's the worst.
Do you wear the shin guard?
No, I don't wear anything.
Oh,
Yeah, I might wear an elbow guard next year. I'm thinking about it, but probably not.
You ever take one to the base of the spine?
Mm-mm.
Took one there one time.
Yeah,
I laid on the plate.
Yeah.
Had to get picked up.
Yeah,
Silva knows all about that.
Never.
Oh my
yeah.
God. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
he
that-
got hit freaking a record.
Yeah, like 32 times or something like that. Crazy.
Yeah, seriously, it was a lot.
It was unreal.
is it just he crowds the plate because he kind of does?
Yeah, but he should though, as kind of the player he is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you're the power guy.
Yep.
If you could hit a home run off any pitcher, living or dead, any pitcher, who you hitting a tater off of?
I would say Randy Johnson.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that's such a good answer.
It'd be
Good
kind of
pick.
sick to turn around 101 from the left side, put
Hell
in the
yeah.
right field bleachers. So
Good pick.
That'd be great.
I believe Vladimir Guerrero, who's one of my favorite players. I think that he hit his first home run off Randy. Oppo Taco.
He was always the Oppo Taco guy.
Yeah, just like straight off the ground.
Yep. And his son's the opposite. He just pulls the ball like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking bloody.
Okay, the big unit, huh?
Oh,
Good
yeah.
choice.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you a pine tar guy?
No. Never.
No pine tar. Never.
Never.
Okay. Well, I'm still have to get in our sticky situation of the week. Shout out to our friends at Benson Honey Farms.
Benson Funny Farms.
It was kind of funny.
It's a comedy club now.
Yeah. No, Benson Honey
With
Farms.
bees.
your local source for raw honey. They will do the stickiness for you since you don't use the sticky stuff. They do. Yeah, that's what
Look
we
at
got.
that.
I thought about that all episode of when I was going to slip that in, and then I went and looked, and I'm like, he doesn't use pine tar.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what he says, anyways.
No, that's
I
good.
had to double check.
I'm proud of you, Mike. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, so make sure you go to bensonhoneyfarms.com. Use the promo code GBR to get 20% off your first order. So,
Gosh, like my next thing, like we've done so many, like off the cuff shit, kind of weird shit,
like,
but
what?
I kind of like it.
Like what?
So I want to keep it going.
Oh boy,
This is every
No.
It's not different
Well,
than what we do every
well,
week.
like
every week.
No, I know, but this is a little extra. Like with the whole, home run celebration and the Lloyd Christmas and
Yeah.
and now this next thing where
This next thing.
if you're an ump, what's your strike 3 call?
Oh, I've never even.
You know what I mean?
Do you like when they ring you up like extra,
You're like,
or
you're like,
would you
fuck
rather them just be like,
It's a little. I guess I think a little bit in my time. Like I'm the one playing, you're not, dude. Like,
Yeah.
You don't need to get so.
Yeah.
angry
yeah,
about
this
it.
show's about me, not you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
it's
show
about
you
me.
up.
Yeah,
striking out.
exactly. I never even thought of that, honestly. I know there are some guys like Bryce Hughes on the team.
Mhm.
Money at that kind of stuff. Money at like the upsellies and all that kind of stuff. He's crazy with it. Yeah.
I like to like throw it up
Yeah.
and then just like lawnmower it like that.
I kind of like the guys that are subtle with it though. They're just kind of like,
Yeah.
Yep. Just
He's
nice
like,
and easy.
you're done.
Yeah, that's it.
Go walk back.
The guys, the worst ones are the ones that they don't say anything. So like sometimes you look down and you don't even realize it's strike 3 or a strike because they they just do all hand signals. They don't say a word.
Was that the umpire in the Big Ten tournament or the regional where his strike calls were so late
against Florida?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck,
and
like call it.
Just,
I know.
Just make up your fucking mind.
Yeah.
He's taking like 2 steps back, texting his family, and then calling.
He's like,
give me a break,
that was a
brother.
strike, by the way.
It sucks for a hitter too because you're in a routine after every pitch. So when you take one and then like you kind of get like frozen up by him calling it late, it kind of
Well, and you
messes
know
with
your
my
zone.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you know if it's a strike.
Yeah.
When an umpire tells you that it's a strike and you know it's not a strike, you know it's a strike.
Oh yeah.
Right? Or you know it's not a strike.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we talk about, you know, the umps that really get into those.
Yeah.
Like the ump showing up you. You're the one out here doing the work.
Yeah.
Has there ever been, you know, the ump thinking you're showing him? Have you been ejected? And
I
if-
have.
What was your favorite ejection?
I was ejected in summer ball my sophomore year. I got a called third strike on a ball that bounced off the plate, and I just said some things to the guy, and he threw me out so fast. Just like
Wasn't
literally-
hearing it.
No, like I was actually walking away, and he ran up behind me and like turned me around and like pointed to my face and
Oh,
threw me
damn.
out. Yeah.
Did
So
it
I
feel
just-
good?
Wow, he
It
put his
felt so
hands on
good.
you.
It
Yeah.
felt so good. Yeah. It was
You
a
must
summer-
have said
it was a
something.
yeah.
Oh, he said that
Well, I
sounds
mean, when the
like-
ball bounces on the plate, I mean,
And you didn't swing, right?
No swing. Like how you? So I just sat in right field and watched the rest of the game. The bleachers out there. So, yeah.
Have you played any other positions besides first base and DH?
Not,
I don't know if
not
DH
in
is a
college
position,
and
but-
not in college and high school. When I was younger, I played catcher and third and stuff. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the fifth string emergency catcher at Nebraska, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Well, we're gonna put that
maybe
on your resume.
seventh string. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's the Jalen Gramstad
You're the
of
guy
catchers.
when the catcher goes up and he's the last out. You're gonna be the guy that puts a mask on and goes over there and warms up the pitcher, right?
No, never.
No,
that.
not a chance.
Hell no. Hey, so growing up, who would you say that you kind of modeled your game after? Who's your favorite player?
I would say Paul Goldschmidt. for sure.
That seems like a pretty easy topic
Yeah,
for you.
Arizona.
Yeah.
I just like how he hits for power and average. It's not just one.
Well, not
thing.
this year.
Yeah, he's
He's
struggling
a
this
Cards
year.
guy. So,
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see the hat.
Yeah.
And they're playing tonight, by the way.
I know. Yeah.
Schwelly.
Yep. Yeah, I just like how he hits for power and average. And then him playing in Arizona, I kind of fell in love with him ever since I was younger, just watching him play. And I got to go to I think it was 2017 wild card where he hit the homer against the Rockies, like first inning.
That'd be
and
pretty fun.
Yeah, it was so cool. to see.
Well, and the thing too is, as a D-backs fan, you know they had 2001 where they
Yep.
beat the Yankees, right? Luis Gonzalez hitting the walk
Legend.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like ever since then, you know, you had
2017
Goldie come around.
Yeah.
And,
Some other players. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Archie Bradley had a good couple years. Yeah, they kind of. I don't know. That's kind of Arizona sports for you right there.
Yeah. So you're a Cardinals fan too.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
And Suns.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I have been to a Suns game before.
I
not,
have too. That's fun.
not in Arizona. I was
Okay.
I went to a Miami Heat Phoenix Suns game.
Yeah.
And it was when they both were like tanking.
So
didn't see Devin Booker, didn't see any stars play. I spent $6 on the ticket to watch them in Miami.
That's why you spent $6.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
I mean, the Suns they've became a playoff team. Which is
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
I
They've had
mean,
a good couple years.
It helps when you get some guys.
Yeah. KD
KD
and Booker.
helps,
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm. I think KD's leaving though. So
Probably.
KD is like 65 now.
Yeah.
I
I
think.
mean, he still performs though. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he should just go back to OKC.
I think you will. I
That
think
would
he
be
will.
cool.
You think
Yeah.
that's where he retires?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
He still gets butthurt when people were 35. And
I know it's weird. He has a really funny social media presence when stuff happens like that.
yeah, well, he's cryptic as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
well, he's always accused of having a burner, right? That he
Oh,
was
yeah.
like the original
Okay.
kind of like, oh, you have a burner.
Exactly.
He's not accused of. KD has burners.
Yeah,
you
100%
know he
he
does.
does.
Are you
Yeah.
going to be upset when somebody wears 55 after you leave? Like,
No. Yeah.
no, it's fair
Yeah,
game.
it's fair game. Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
55. Any special significance?
It was actually the first number I wore playing baseball and t-ball.
Wow.
Yeah, and ever since I got it first in the fall, first thing I did was call my mom and told her because it was like from when I was whatever age t-ball was to like 10, I wore 55, never wore it again. And then I go play here and it was 55. And then my mom was like, it's meant to be, I guess. So
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Double nickels.
Yep. They love that nickname. My parents, they love double nickels. So
Right on.
Yeah.
This is my last question.
Okay.
KB, I don't know if you have comments ready or anything, but
Nope.
I want to wrap it up with what was it about Nebraska that made you want to come here? Was it the coaches? Was it Haymarket Park?
Was it NIL? What was
Yeah. And yeah, you could ask about NIL.
I'm not asking about NIL. I just
You
wanna know,
came here
is
because
that
of money,
part of
didn't
it?
you?
no,
And was that part of it? Like,
So Nebraska. Why Nebraska?
When I first came out with Gunner is the one that took me on the visit, the GA that we had. I kind of fell in love with the facilities, and then my best friend growing up, his parents met and got married here in Nebraska. So I've always known about Nebraska football. And
Wow.
So I just a lot of Nebraska people for some reason moved to Arizona.
They do.
Yeah.
There is
they love like when we
there's
played
Husker bars in Arizona.
There is, and I've been to them.
Yeah.
When we played at GCU, there was 3 times more Nebraska fans than GCU fans. It was crazy.
And you had a nice little home run there.
Yeah. I had a good series there. I just enjoyed just the facilities, and the fan base here is just unreal. And like playing in that kind of park with that many fans, you just don't really experience it unless you're in the SEC. And we still get more average fans than a couple of SEC schools, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So I kind of fell in love with that. And then the coaches were great. And I just feel like it was the biggest place for me to play and kind of show off my talents. And I couldn't pick a better place. I love it here.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, we're glad you're here, man.
I appreciate it.
Only an hour from your last stop either. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, you could still run over to Council Bluffs and go hit the
take on town.
do whatever you people do in Council Bluffs.
Go hit the 100 block or something.
Yeah, there's a lot to do there.
So much.
KB, what do you got? Anything, buddy?
No, we got a bunch of old comments. I think the last one was from Coach BA, just about him moving to Nebraska. So,
how do you feel about this 3-1 score? Tennessee's winning, by the way. How many people do we got watching?
104 right now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
3-1 Tennessee. Go Big Orange.
I'm happy either way.
Rocky Top.
Yeah. I got friends on both, so I'm happy either way.
Yeah, either way.
I know.
You're a winner.
I'm a winner either way. So,
okay. Well, Tyler, if you want people to find you, on social media, where can they find you? What's your handle?
Instagram is tyy.stone, and then my Twitter is tystone24. Yeah.
Okay.
Check out the mustache. I'm sure at some point we'll try to just, we'll publish like a gallery, and it'll just be a bunch of close-ups of his mustache for everybody to enjoy.
Exactly.
I love it.
That's
awesome.
the cover picture for the episode.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, want to give a quick reminder to all the listeners out there. I know we have 100 people listening right now. Go to NBNRPodcast.com. We just started a forum that you can talk about Tyler in Nebraska baseball. You can talk about Husker football and everything that's going on there. We have a new blog section as well. Merch. We got merch on there too. So go to NBNRPodcast.com and check it out. Make sure you sign up for a free account, and it's free for them. So get to it right now.
And you guys just, everybody that's listening, just make sure you watch all of our social media for the moment that Tyler does our NBNR celebration after he hits a double, because we will be insufferable.
Oh yeah,
I gotta do it.
Yeah, we kept we gave him a couple options. So
yeah.
So pretty much anything he does at second base, we're gonna be like, yep, that was the one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even if it's just a thumbs up.
I gotta get it once at least next year.
Yeah.
Okay, brother.
Hey, Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Yep, we're there.
Freaking YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, all the same handle, NBNR Podcast. Go follow us, go like us, 5-star review, just whatever the thing is. Do it, please. We need you. What are we at on? We're on like 570 on YouTube. Something like
576.
576.
Just a reminder, when we get to 1,000, we're all getting tattoos.
That's
Keyword
awesome.
All of us.
Yeah,
Every
all
single
of them
one
are
of
going
us.
to do for sure.
All of us.
Oh yeah,
including Mike, especially Mike.
Yeah, you got any tattoos?
I do not. I
No?
plan on getting some though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get an NBNR logo when we hit 1,000?
He's like, no, absolutely not.
No, that could be part of your celebration. You just like lift up your little thigh. There it is right there.
Why do you think it's on the thigh?
Or flex.
Yeah.
Whatever your thing is, man.
Okay.
I don't know. Hey,
I got you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mike's getting a neck tat.
Hey, you could be like Connor right there. Just lift up his little.
Yeah.
I don't even have to lift that up. It's just visible.
Yeah.
No regret.
Well, he's wearing baseball pants, so you'd have to like really just.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice double celly, just all the way up.
That's when you're getting another talking to.
Yeah. Exactly. Right there. Yeah.
Beautiful place to leave it. Let's sign off, guys. I'm one of your hosts, Jared Hall.
Mike Delaware.
Connor Cadillac.
Kyle Byers.
Tyler Stone.
As always, beat UTEP, beat Creighton,
Yes, sir.
and GBR.